Number 5. Halloween. Halloween, released in 1978 and directed by none other than John Carpenter, is one of the first cliché slasher movies. It is probably the most effective slasher movie that follows these clichés, and has become a legendary movie in its own right. On Halloween night of 1963, a 6-year-old boy named Michael Myers stabs his sister to death. After sitting in a mental hospital for 15 years without uttering a word, Myers escapes and returns to the town of Haddonfield to kill again. Along the way, he kills a worker and steals his spoiler suit, and steals a cheap mask from a Halloween store. His doctor at the asylum, Sam Loomis, is on the hunt for Michael. He claims that he is the personification of evil. Meanwhile, Laurie Strode, a high school student who rarely goes out on dates and trips with her friends, is babysitting a neighbor's child on Halloween night. Little does she know who is coming home. I think one of the largest reasons why this movie is so frightening is the music cue. The music is so iconic and is played at just the right moments that it all blends perfectly well. The characters in this movie seem to follow some of the typical slasher movie portrayals, but this was the first to do so. Laurie's friends are all very ditzy and hyper. The famous character of Michael Myers doesn't utter a word throughout the entire film, thus creating the first official silent slasher villain. Leatherface was first, but again, this was the first real quote-unquote slasher movie. The film is shot spectacularly, as a lot of the movie, especially during the night, is dark and shrouded by shadows at the right angles. Dr. Sam Loomis, played by Donald Pleasence, is probably the best character in the film. He does a good job at explaining who Michael is and why he must be stopped. He knew Michael at that asylum for 15 years, and throughout that time, he knew Michael was pure, simple evil. Overall, this is definitely one of the best slasher flicks ever created. The music, atmosphere, and villain all complement each other well for a great movie and a great time at Halloween.